Hey everybody, this is Jordan Lema from Lemur Studios, and this is Lemur Studios Presents. We're talking about arts and culture, charitable giving, and healthy living in Buffalo. Last time you were with us, we were with Brian Dold from the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy, talking about the Scajaquada corridor problem. We talked about how it affects Delaware Park. Now we're talking about Parkside and the 198, which is the closest thing to my house. This means a lot to me. This plan looks sterile and cold to me. This one looks like what I need because I ride a bike a lot, and there's no good way to get from North Buffalo to downtown because you have to cross this road. So Brian, tell us what's going on and how you want to make this a safer place for everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, we think, just as important as restoring the park and sort of reknitting the two halves of the park together, it's reknitting the park to the community around it. I mean, a park is only as good as the access you have to it from your home. So, we see these intersections, as being key gateways into our park system. We think this is not the best gateway possible, and this probably works well for moving lots of vehicles really, really fast. But not if you're the pedestrian here trying to get into the park. So these are the sorts of solutions, these context-sensitive, multimodal solutions that we really need to explore, and we need to do it in a community-based, comprehensive manner.
That's really interesting. I like that there's more green space, and it looks like it's easier to cross, and also protected bike lanes. That looks fantastic. There's a whole other component to this. So tell us how these communities really are separated by this road and what your plans are to improve that too.
Right now we've got Delaware Park and Parkside Community and the Burbank, Madai neighborhood, and they're all chopped up by this roadway. And even beyond that, you continue east and you've got the Parkside Community, the Hamlin Park neighborhood, the Trinidad neighborhood just off on its own. And these used to all be connected neighborhoods. It used to not be anything for a kid from the Hamlin Park neighborhood to hop on the Parkway and head into Delaware Park for a day in the park. Now it's nearly impossible.
Now there's a number of organizations that are a part of this. What are the other organizations people can follow and be a part of too to help push this along?
Our big partner in this effort is the Restore Our Community Coalition, which is really focused on the Hamlin Park, MLK neighborhood, and the Kensington Expressway's damage to Humboldt Parkway. It's really one road, it's one issue. The damage was done all at one time, and we need to solve it comprehensively. We can't be looking at fixing a little piece here, ignoring a big piece here, and maybe fixing a little bit in Delaware Park. It's a solution that we need to reconnect Olmsted's vision. We need to rebuild, because it wasn't right that it was taken away in the first place, and we need to leave a legacy of improving our city, not continuing the neglect.
What's happening with this 198 stretch in the corridor and how it aligns with the 33, that affects a major chunk of the northeast side of this city that can't easily access the rest of the city. So it's not just a affluent problem around the Delaware Park area, it's everywhere, it's the whole thing. This is a direct shot from Delaware Park to MLK Park on the east side. This is the way to get from here to here, and it's been turned into a road that you can't even walk on at all.
Yeah, I mean, all of these neighborhoods were once connected beautifully by a beautiful parkway, and now they're divided by a highway, a physical chasm cutting who used to be neighbors off from each other.
I just can't believe that Humboldt Parkway used to look like what Lincoln Parkway looks like now.
It's really an outrage that ever happened, but now we have the opportunity to do something about it. We need to create a vision of reconnecting Delaware Park to MLK Park, reconnecting the east side around Humboldt Parkway, and really rebuilding all that value into the east side.
Now, I understand that the northwest side is also a little bit of an issue, so let's talk about the northwest side.
Yeah, I mean, the whole corridor has different issues throughout it. There's Delaware Park, there's Old Humboldt Parkway, and then there's the whole Scajaquada Creek corridor. So there's an environmental issue with the creek. There's again community issues. There's economic development potential. This is more than just a road. This is more than just a traffic issue. It's really an urban planning issue. It's a community issue, and it's really holding back the potential of Buffalo. So many other cities that we aspire to be, are removing their highways. We're not doing something unimaginable outside the box. This is what progressive cities are doing.
Progressive is a good word for that. That's on the tip of my tongue here too, because Buffalo is going through this renaissance here, and it's not just perceived, it's real. Buildings are being built, there's new areas of entertainment. It's really, now's the time to make these progressive decisions and make this a better city. So we're going to talk about the 150th one last time. We'll see Brian one more time, but for now we're going to go. Check the description for tons of resources on the parks. There's going to be some great videos in there, great information on how you can help to get involved with these organizations, and one final reminder to donate to your parks, because that's part of making this work too. So we'll have all those links in the description, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.